Welcome back to Super Spells. We've seen the menace of Curtly Ambrose and now his fast bowling partner from the other end. There's no respite when these two are on. Courtney Walsh is the man I'm talking about, and Wasim, you said that you played how many years against these two? They were there every test match you played against the West Indies. Here they were. Now Courtney Walsh, to me, he looked a bit languid and he walked around and he had this funny action, but he could produce some unplayable deliveries.
Believe me, he looked a little lazy, but he wasn't. He used to bowl for 40 overs a day. He never, one end, okay, when Courtney will be off, he might get some runs, but Courtney is never off. He was always there. And he was, for me, one of the greatest bowlers. The best delivery he used to bowl, he used to run in slowly, very gently. A batsman was thinking, okay, it'll be a slow sort of delivery. He used to bang it right in. He used to come in and then go cross. And he got a lot of wickets on that delivery, and again, 500 plus wickets, so you can see how great a bowler he was.
We are talking about Courtney Walsh, and let's see the great West Indian in action now. I'm going to take you back to June 2000. We're at Edgbaston in Birmingham. It's Nasser Hussein's England against the West Indies side captained by Jimmy Adams, and a good captain he was. He won the toss and he put England into bat.
That's automatic, it's out, he's gone, the inside edge onto the pad. Brings the first wicket of the morning. Courtney Walsh has had to work very hard for that. Frustrated for an hour, but successful right on the dot of it. Midday, and the first wicket is down.
Fuller in length, this time from Walsh. Ramprakash drawn forward into the shot. The ball jags back, thick inside edge, and just a ballooning, bouncing ball.
Just extending that record of his. There's that little inside edge onto the pad, the simplest of chances. Ramprakash walking off straight away, no doubt, of course, there. And in fact, a pretty low-key wicket in the end, just after all the struggle for that first hour. All happened so simply, so matter of course, that basically Courtney Walsh is used to taking wickets.
Edged and gone. Walsh has got his man, he's got Atherton, he's bowled sparingly at him this morning. Only 6 balls at him in the whole of this first hour and 20 minutes, but Atherton has just tickled one through to Ridley Jacobs, and Walsh has struck again. England 44 for 2.
It's held up again, there it is, the outside edge, through to the keeper.
This was the 6th ball he'd faced off Courtney Walsh, and that was his undoing. Walsh delighted, that's the wicket they wanted. Edged, oh, caught off the rebound. It was Gale, I think, and then Campbell, who's taken the rebound. Hick has gone for naught. Walsh struck again. 3 wickets for Walsh.
Well, that all happened so quickly. You hit someone, bounced out. Now, who did get this? There we go. Out. Sherwin Campbell. He's the man that makes the recovery, and that's a good recovery.
It's the end of Graham Hick. Good combination work in the slips. Not sure about Gale's first effort, but Campbell picked up the rebound pretty well.
Gale's effort, almost as if he lost it. Very late on it, and well, it hits him really. Where's it gone? But that's a good recovery. Good reactions.
Edged and gone. It's taken Walsh just 2 balls in this second spell to get rid of Andrew Flintoff. A little bit of extra bounce. Flintoff groping uneasily outside to the off stump. He's gone, the 7 down.
Just can't keep this man back, Courtney Walsh. Doesn't need the pitch to be doing too much for him to get the ball to move. That ball just hit the seam and just jagged away. Short ball just jogging away from him off the outside edge to Brian Lara. Does get the ball to seam around quite a lot, Courtney Walsh. You can just see the ball just wobbling, but at the same time just tending to go away from the right-hander. 2 very safe catches. Building in confidence.
What a superb delivery that is. Crofted pretty well to edge that. but England's 8th wicket is down, and Courtney Walsh has picked up another 5-wicket haul, 5 for 24 in his 17th over.
Well, he might not mind that single being pinched off him just now. There should have been a run out. This is the perfect reply. There you go. It's a good delivery.
43 innings ago for Darren Gough. He hasn't reached 20 runs. Quite superb delivery from Walsh. See the back of Croft.
You have to say he's a little unlucky. He tries to come back into it, but the movement is there. Just a fine delivery. That would get a lot of very, very good players out. Not much you can do about it.
Courtney Walsh, 5 for 36 in England's first innings, 179. England reduced to 125 in the second, and the West Indies 397, winning by an innings and 93 runs. But the early damage done by Courtney Walsh, during which time he took his 450th wicket in Test wicket when he had Mark Ramprakash caught at short leg by Wavell Hines, and the other victims for him, Atherton, Hick, Flintoff and Croft. And there we are, there is Courtney Walsh taking his 450th. Let me just ask you, Wasim, because you were 414, you must have had 450 in his sights, but did records ever act as a motivating factor for you, or would they have for him?
I think end of the day, it matters. I mean, people who say it doesn't matter, I think they're quite wrong. I mean, they eventually, when you finish cricket, when you're at it, you look for them. Okay, I'm 200 away, I'm 2 wickets away, 400. I'll get 400, and then I'll think about what I'm going to do in future. But obviously, I think in the end, the record matters for individuals.
It certainly would. And Courtney Walsh, he led the fight for the West Indies for such a long time, didn't he?
Long time. And this particular test match you're talking about, I was having a breakfast at home, and night before I spoke to Atherton, at England captain at the time, and asked him, how's the wicket like? He's a good friend of mine. He said, it's a good, looks a typical Edgbaston, going to seam a bit, not much bounce. I said, okay. So first ball, Athers faced. He went on, half forward, and Courtney Walsh bowled a short of a land delivery, 1 bounce, 4 over the keeper's head. I said, okay, that'll be an interesting test match, and it was.
Well, they certainly won it, and they won it in some style. Okay, we're going to change the pace.